All right. Hey, hello, hello. Well, welcome to Creative Soul Vibes. And if you are here and this is your first time since this new channel of mine have gotten up here, welcome. And if you are not new to what's happening here, thank you again for returning. All right. And it's always great if you guys will um, help support the channel, like, share, comment, because as we already know, doing so helps the algorithms, right? It helps the algorithms to pick up and um, get this type of information in front of those who may actually get a lot of use of it as well, right? Um, well, I'm simply Artie, and once again, happy to have you here. Um, my channel is all about if you allow it, right? If you absorb what I'm throwing out at you, it's like I want you to let me lead you down like that rabbit hole that leads you to your higher self, right? It takes work, it does take effort, but it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be um, in such a way that is draining or boring or what have you. But one thing for sure is, there's a lot of people dealing with mental issues right now. And as a professional practicing artist, as well as a certified holistic life coach who specializes in CBT, which is cognitive behavioral training and techniques, I do realize, you don't have to be crazy, okay, uh, in that sense of a word, right? In order to have experience mental issues, mental breakdowns, you know, you don't have to. Be seeing a professional or taking meds in order to experience that type of thing. Okay. However, I do say, this is about entertainment, even on a serious note. But also, if you're having some issues like mental issues and things like that, yeah, please, I highly encourage you to seek out a professional that best can work with you, right? A therapist, a psychologist, if you need. There's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of times people, especially in this country and especially with a certain group of people, it just seems like we've been taught in our belief system along the way that, hey, if you see a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever, then you are just crazy. And that's unfortunate because that's keeping a lot of people who can really get on a good path towards showing up as the highest version of themselves, right? Showing up in life for themselves, becoming that best version of themselves. And it's like, just don't listen to people if that's the case, right? But anyway, um, moving forward, because we only have a certain amount of time. And I'm excited about this particular project, but I'm always excited about all of them, anyways, because they help me. I deal with some days I deal with people who have some very heavy issues going on, and like I say, we cannot pour from an empty cup. At least that's a phrase that I enjoy telling people, honestly, including myself, because it's true. So self love and self care, that's really about showing up for yourself, and there's nothing selfish about that. If anybody tells you ever that taking care of yourself, watching out for yourself, fulfilling your own needs to be happy and joyful and to find some peace and joy in life is selfish, it's usually because that person or those people are trying to have some type of mind control, believe it or not. You know, it's usually because you're no longer doing the things that they enjoyed having you to do or participate in, or somewhere along those lines. Because now all of a sudden you're setting boundaries, you're setting strong boundaries, and you're finding ways to you're finding healthier ways to cope in life. Okay. And so once again, it's not about being crazy or any of that. It's simply about finding ways with coping skills that will help you to move along in life, so that you won't get stuck, and you are opening yourself up. You are allowing yourself to have a what's the word for it, a growth mindset, instead of becoming just stuck. All right. So what we do here, the first thing we do is we put our right hand over our heart. Okay. And we say these things, these affirmations here. And it may not, we're going to get into affirmations because that's what this is all about. It's all about how to pick and choose your affirmations that work for you. And certain affirmations may not click all at once, right? When you hear them, your subconscious mind probably will not allow you to really adhere to it, because maybe it's something that you've never heard before or you never tried before. And the mind has a way of kind of stopping us from exploring, things that may be that may help our lives improve. It's not that the brain or the mind is your enemy. It's just it's a mechanism that happens in our subconscious a lot of times to help protect us. And that's kind of crazy, you would say, but it is what it is. You can actually look up information about how the mind works, and you'll find that there. Okay, so if you say these affirmations with me, and you may not feel that these things are true just yet, but if you keep saying them, eventually it's going to come up as part of your truth and life. It's a beautiful thing. That's what affirmations help us to do. Okay, so sometimes your heart is a little shallow. You may not be able to feel your heartbeat, but we know that you're there, right? Because you wouldn't be here if your heart wasn't beating, right? And it's also a good thing, by the way, to just focus on your breath. Take that deep 4 seconds to breathe in. Hold it 7. Release it 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Want to try it again? It feels so good. Just give it a good try. So breathe in 4, hold it 7, breathe out 8 if you can. Okay. Breathe in. Hold it 7 seconds. Let it go on 8. And try to just loosen up, right? Just let it do what it do. Okay. So one more time. Breathe in 4. Hold it 7. Let go 8. All right. Loosen that up. And now you're going to put your hand back on your heart, and you're going to say, I love myself. I honor myself. I trust myself. I value myself. Hey, yes, love it. All right, so once again, we know this channel is all about and all for, finding ways to help us connect with the source of creation and universe within. Now, before I really go into what this is all about here, and I don't really like showing my work first, but sometimes I think it helps. It helps the participants get a little bit more excited about the project itself. Now, these are my notes, of course. So just real quick, This is about how to pick and choose your personal affirmations that work for you. Now, the benefits is it helps you to help yourself create a positive mindset, right? Develop a growth mindset, improve problem solving and decision making skills. So I mean, creating your own affirmations, they're very helpful, right? When it comes down to positioning, helping to position yourself in the best position to help you come up out of a situation a lot of the times, as well as helping others, right? And so this may take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and the materials that you will need, or having a computer is optional, and I'll tell you why that's optional. And then drawing paper, you can use crayons, markers, pen, pencils. Um, if you have paints, you may definitely want some water there, a cup of water and a couple of brushes, perhaps. Um, and uh, you can also incorporate a mason jar in this, and I'll tell you more about that as we go along too. And so you'll find this information in the description area as well. All right. So, and then also we're going to have a couple of questions that we can ask ourselves to see how this particular art as therapy project has worked for you. Okay. All right. So now affirmations are powerful statements, but they only really work according to how they ring true for you. And this is why a lot of times people this is a okay this is why a lot of times people um don't understand affirmations, and may not even like affirmations, because they may not have been told that you have to find the ones that work for you. All right. So in the description area, also, you will find a free ebook that myself and Dr. Anisha Cherry, who is also a mind and body certified life coach and instructor, she and I wrote it about a year ago, and we decided to just make it free for our clients and anyone who actually cross our path, right? And the name of the book is How to Connect with Your Inner Well-Being. And within that book, you'll find a lot of information on the different ways, giving you options on how to get in touch and stay in touch with your spiritual self, and how to help ground you in times of crises and all of that. And there's also a nice amount of affirmations you'll find there too. Okay, so I highly advise that you will take a look at the description area and download that book. And by the way, also, if you are interested in um, having me to work with you to create your self-care, self-help plan, right? And I think we all can benefit from one. I know I do. And I know quite a few others have also seen the benefits in creating and having their own self-care plan. All right. And so I'm willing to work with you on that. I'll leave a link, my calendar link in the description area too, in case you decide you would like to reach out. Because I give like 15, 30-minute free consultation just to find out and discover if we're a good fit and if I can assist you in the areas that you are wanting assistance, right? In the self-care, I'm sorry, and self-help arena. All right, so now choose your affirmation according to your challenges. All right, this is what you're going to do here. You're going to choose your affirmations according to your current challenges in life right now. So, for an example, if you're struggling with self-esteem, your affirmation could be, "I'm open to allowing myself to believe in me." And then you can also access many affirmations online. If you just do a search online, and you could say something like affirmations for self-esteem, affirmations for finances, affirmation affirmations for self-belief. It goes on and on. You just have to decide where you are in life, and the affirmations will kind of pop up. Believe it or not, you'll know that they are your affirmations because they're going to work. They're going to feel right. They're just going to feel right. Saying that you're a millionaire and you look at your bank account and you don't see, and all you see is negative, or not even that amount. Oh my goodness, it that doesn't comprehend nor feel right for some. Okay, but whereas with others, they may be able to convince themselves that this fits them because they believe within themselves that one day that amount of money will actually come forth. Okay, but it's something that you truly have to feel is right, and that you are deserving of it, and that it will one day be a part of your life. That's really the secret to how to use affirmations, right? And it's something that you have to confirm, and you need to repeat pretty much every day, right? You can repeat them throughout the day, and it's most effective as well when you also write them. So you can verbally speak them and or write them. Okay. So that's just a little something as we go along to keep in mind. All right. Because your mind is a garden, and some of you probably have heard this phrase before too, but your mind is a garden, right? Your thoughts are the seeds, and you can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Right, so it's really up to you how you see life, because our thoughts, what do our thoughts do? Our thoughts help to primarily create our feelings and emotions, and our feelings and emotions help to create our actions and reactions, and these are the things that give us the results in life. All right, okay, so let's begin creating our affirmation project. Now, what I'd like for you to do is just take a minute, and if you don't have any affirmations in mind right now, then take a moment and pause and go online and try to seek out some affirmations that ring truth for you, that you feel comfortable with. Okay, and then if you do already have your affirmations that you like to use, then put that on a piece of paper so that you won't forget them. Okay, and also, or you can actually, if you have access to a copying machine, you could actually just cut and paste um, your affirmations into a document, and copy that document, right? And you can just cut the affirmations out, right? And paste them onto the surface that you will be using. All right. And so you can also do that with the mason jar. Remember, I talked about that a little bit. You can actually take your affirmations and place them within the mason jar, but you can actually paint the mason jar first. Paint your image if you can find an image, right, that goes along with your affirmations or your affirmation. And that's the whole premise of this project, is to find the image that goes along with your affirmation, and then you're going to place that where you are able to see it as often as need be, which is most likely every day. Okay, so I actually found these beautiful butterflies motifs at the $1.25 store. Okay, and I actually have them going across my borders and stuff in my home, so I really like these butterflies. And I taken one and just copied it, right? I just went over it, traced it. I traced it with my pencil and then with a pen. Okay. Yeah, I could have actually drawn this butterfly, but why when it's right there and I could just trace it with with no worries, okay? Although some people, it's funny, it's not funny, but it is funny. Some people uh, have to learn how to trace. Um, and it's okay if you are one of those people. Just know that you could actually, if you found an image such as a butterfly or a bee or anything that you can cut out, you can do that. And you can feel free to either affix that image, just affix it, or you can feel free to just copy, trace over the edges, okay, to get the imprint, the outline of the image itself. So, because I know I'm going to probably use this butterfly again for something else. But I love butterflies, and because of the meaning behind them, is usually it has to do with rebirth, transformation, and I really enjoyed that. I actually have a Facebook channel or page called Transformation. Okay, so, and I probably put all the information in the description area too, where you can join me and others, right? And be around like-minded people who are into self-help, and people who want to grow in life. They have a growth mindset, and I enjoy being around those people tremendously. All right. So now, what I decided to do though, and you don't have to do it exactly as I've done. Like I said, you can actually find your affirmations online, cut and paste them onto a document, then copy the let the copy can't get it out. Let the document become a copyright and on paper, and you can actually cut your affirmations out. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, today was one of those days where I was dealing with uh, a crisis online, and yeah, I needed to pour out, and so when I do these exercises, it really helps me to just let it out, and that's the beauty of writing. That's the power of writing as well as talking. But it's like that energy is coming out. That energy is out, and writing is another powerful tool when it comes down to energy. It contains energy. Your writing contains your energy. All right. So some of my affirmations is everything works out for me. I am grateful. I am beautifully created. I am love. I receive love. Money easily comes to me even when I don't work for it. Ha ha. Expected and unexpected money shows up in my mailbox and bank accounts. I am blessed and lucky. I am always safe wherever I am. I am thankful for my good health, joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity. All right. So those are some of my affirmations. I have many of them, but like I said, certain ones I use depending on my current situation and how I decide I would like to see life and feel about life. Okay. So that's what this is all about. I hope that makes sense. And if not, you can always leave me questions. I'd love to hear if you have any questions. I even love to hear what you've gotten out of any of the projects as well. It's very helpful. And I'm open to hearing any suggestions or projects that you may want me to actually do for you or with you. Okay. Now, let's see here. I want to make sure I'm doing everything I'm giving you. Yeah, I did. Okay, we talked about that. So with the affirmation you selected in mind, once again, you want to think of an image that represents it. And so, excuse me, the butterfly represents, at least in my mind, it connects these things for me. So every time I think about butterfly, I'm receiving this energy, this knowledge, right, into my subconscious, and I feel good and I feel comfortable with these things. All right. So it's important that you choose your own or frame it the way you want to frame it, right? Your thoughts. Um, and so then you can use your paint to create the image onto the mason jar, or you can use your paints onto your paper. That's up to you. Whatever floats your boat for the moment. Okay. I love oil pastels too. So I actually used oil pastels and pencil and pen to create my affirmation drawing. Okay. So if you're going to do the mason jar, if you're going to paint your image outside on your mason jar, once the paint is dry, then you can place the affirmation strips, in the jar, and close the lid. Okay. And once again, though, you want to place your completed art in a location where you'll see it every day, right? It's like the vision board concept. You want to be able to conjure up that energy every day, before you go out into the world. All right, you want to get your spirit right, right? Indeed. Now, the question that comes with this, I think I have two questions. One is, how does the affirmation you chose relate to your life? Okay, because once again, you want that affirmation to be believable. All right, and like I said too, sometimes our subconscious will try to block our affirmations out, because it seems like it's something that's untrue. But the challenge is for you to say, this is something that's believable for me, and I'm going to put intent and effort in making this energy a part of my life, right? Yeah, I wish it were just that simple a lot of times, where we could just say things and poof, there they are. But it doesn't always work out like that. However, the good part is that we can assist ourselves in creating the type of life and the type of mindset that we truly want. All right. So the other question is, what other affirmations can you add to your list? So just as you see here that I have several affirmations. Okay, you can do the same thing. You don't have to just stay with one. Okay, you can find many. However many that uh, helps you in your current situation or circumstance right now. All right. So that's it, I believe, for now. But like I said, make sure you check out the description area. And thank you for being here. And I really do hope that you get something out of it. Let me know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Because the more, if you help me to know what you're liking, the more of that I can bring. And it helps. It just encourages me to do it. It encourages me to put more effort into bringing you those things that actually may be working for you, so that you can show up in the world, for yourself, and perhaps even help others. Because once again, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Can't do it. It just doesn't work. All right, so that'll do it. And I'm sending you peace, love, light to you, your family, and your friends. Until next time, thank you.